On December 28, 2009, a group of MESICS members and friends landed in Meru, a place where all of the foundation's projects in Kenya are implemented by the Women's Development Office under the auspices of Meru Diocese. Accompanying MESICS President Dirk was Henry, a property developer, Fred, an investor, economist L, Herbert and Mario, who both are industrialists. For 4 days during the tour, the 6 Dutch businessmen crisscrossed the region not only to witness for themselves some of the initiatives already in place, but also to officially open and learn how to proceed with various development projects that are targeting to minimize suffering, reduce poverty, but most importantly, encourage self-reliance. As it has always been, the host during this trip is Sister Gemma Kathure, a member of Nazareth Sisters of Annunciation, who is the head of the Women Development Office and also MESICS representative in Kenya. The group's first mission was to travel to Ruiri for a groundbreaking ceremony. This is where a 50-bed capacity health center will stand, and its construction is expected to take about 17 months. There will be a theatre for minor surgeries, a maternity, plus a children's wing.
People are suffering because of diseases, especially mothers, to go to the hospital very far away. They get even children on their way, babies in their way. Then when the children are sick, to go to the hospital, even the children can die on the way.
Other basic necessities that will also be constructed are kitchen and laundry sections. This is a location where another clinic is expected to be complete in several months' time.
So in the outpatients department,
Mutuati Health Center will be giving medical attention to the residents who are in great need of the service. Because the visit coincided with a Sunday, the group participated in a mass that was conducted by Father Matthew Kaimenyi, the person who is also in charge of the medical project.
I'm also a businessman.
MESICS delegates too had a brief moment with the worshippers. After the spiritual session was over, it was time to get into business, and led by Dirk, a stone to officially grace the commencement of this noble work was laid as a brief ceremony was witnessed by hundreds of happy Mutuati residents. MESICS availed 40,000 euros as part of the cost for this project. Primarily, the reason for constructing this health center here is to ease the suffering of pregnant women, and in this regard, the facility will contain a maternity wing with a 50-bed capacity. The construction of Mutuati Health Center was started in November 2009, and it is expected to be complete in 12 months' time. Still in Mutuati, to increase the sanitation levels at a girls' secondary school, MESICS is also funding the construction of 36 ablution blocks for the girls. The project is expected to be over by mid-2010. The school had earlier received computers to help them in computer lessons and IT education. Not very far from Mutuati is Antubwete. This is where MESICS is also funding the construction of a full primary school from nursery level to class 8. The modern classrooms are expected to replace the current wooden structures that are even not enough. The delegation broke the grounds as a sign of goodwill and cooperation, and it is the wish of Father Ashford Ngaku to have pupils before the end of February 2010.
I'm happy that you have come and they have met me, and I hope and I pray that our relationship will continue.
By then, the project would have spent about 65,000 euros. A day later, members of the delegation participated in opening 2 administration blocks of Ndekero and Besoni primary schools respectively. Although the pupils were away for their end-year holidays, some pupils and their teachers had time to participate in the 2 functions respectively. Ndekero Primary School now has enough space to accommodate the head teacher and his deputy, staff room, and an archival room. On its part, Besoni now has enough space for its staff in addition to a store, ablution facilities, and a library situated on the top floor. Furthermore, Besoni also benefited after the construction of these 2 classrooms meant to ease congestion in a school that is largely serving the poor and orphans. In March 2009, an electric fault resulted in a huge fire that consumed a section of this building, leaving a trail of destruction. This was the headquarters of the Sisters of Nazareth Sisters, a home for the nuns and a place where most of the administration of the congregation used to take place. Following the tragedy, a funds drive was conducted.
The day of our fundraising for our new generalate, we were given 11 million Kenya money, which is in euro 110,000.
And we are so much grateful to our benefactors, Cam and his friends, who have really come to us as good friends.
The amount raised will help in constructing a new center at this location, not far from Meru town.
It's very good to see that most of the projects are good running, are functioning, people are happy, and that the money invested in the project is used well.
The questions that remained about how the operational costs will be covered, I think we don't have to worry too much about it. The Kenyan people in Meru will be flexible enough to adjust to whatever is needed and whatever is possible within the financial constraints.
At least there are a few people, even if there are a few people, slightly happier than they were maybe one day before, and so it makes a difference.
It's in every sense, all those projects are just great projects. Each and every project is really needed. Here in Meru, it will bring prosperity to the region. It will. It's good for education. It's good for health. Overall, it will do a great deal of good to the community of Meru. At least that's what I hope.
Africa as a continent, I think, is in disbalance with the rest of the world. But what's very important is that the people here living in Kenya, they are believing in their country and they are positive about it. So I have a feeling that it takes maybe some years, but it will be coming better.
Just what can we offer? How much can we give? Just what would you like us to do to express our gratitude? You have been done by your generosity. But just remember always, this gratitude shall remain in our hearts forever.
My philosophy in life is to lean strongly on strong values in life. One of those values is truthfulness, and to stay true to these values.
We have worked with them nearly more than 11 years. And I feel so encouraged, and really our people, they are very appreciating.
MESICS fundraises through donations from private individuals, charity organizations, and also from the business community as a whole. The name MESICS is a Latin abbreviation meaning a sound mind in a sound body, and as the delegates flew back to the Netherlands, they left their partners with a promise of continuing supporting local initiatives with the aim of not only sharing, but also having a better understanding of different communities in order to achieve a fair and just world.
1, 2, 3. Een Nederlandse Amerikaan, die zie je al van verre staan. Een Nederlandse Amerikaan, die zie je al van verre staan. Van voor naar achter, van links naar rechts. Van voor naar achter, van links naar rechts. Van voor naar achter, van links naar rechts. Van voor naar achter, van links naar rechts.